Hi guys, last week actor Kate Winslet spent £17,000 of her own money to make sure that the mother of a disabled child who needed to rely on equipment that requires huge amounts of energy was able to pay her bills. This is an example of government not doing its job, and charity, however in this case a celebrity putting their hand in their pocket to alleviate some worry, is completely unacceptable. Here the Shadow Work and Pensions Minister Vicky Foxcroft highlighted this very issue in Parliament on Monday. The Tory minister's response? We'll have a listen.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Many disabled people are having to make unimaginable sacrifices to keep life-saving equipment running in the face of huge energy bills. And take the case of Carolyn Hunter's 12-year-old daughter, Freya, who requires oxygen for chronic breathing problems. And Carolyn's bills rose to £17,000 in order to keep her daughter alive. Now, thankfully, Kate Winslet stepped in and donated the full amount after being absolutely destroyed by the family's story. But disabled people should not have to rely on celebrities to swoop in and save the day. So when will the government finally ensure that every disabled person is receiving the support they so desperately need?
Minister.
I'm appreciative of the Shadow Minister raising the issue of Carolyn's situation, and of course I'm under absolutely no illusions about how challenging the current circumstances and the climate is for many people across the country. That is why we are putting in place this package of support that I've already outlined, which is the right thing to do, as well as the discretionary help that is there to assist where there are particularly pressing needs in individual cases to address those and provide support. But she'll also recognise that, for example, in the autumn statement, the Chancellor announced that as part of the ongoing future work, we will be looking at things like social tariffs, where we can perhaps provide even further help with these sorts of costs. And I also want to look at what more we can do longer term to support families and to put them in a better position to be able to deal with those sorts of significant ongoing costs.
What a useless response. So, if this lady had not received help from a celebrity, what would have happened? Now, I don't know the full details of her situation, but I can imagine, can you imagine if she was on a prepaid meter, where she had to go and put money on a card or on a fob and put it into the meter in order to have electricity? Can you imagine if that had run out? Her daughter would be in a very serious situation, maybe have to be admitted to hospital or worse. And the response from the government is, well, we're planning to put something in place in the future. £17,000 is how much she had run up of a bill to keep her daughter alive. And the response from the government is, yeah, well, don't worry, we're going to put in some measures in the future. Now, in another part, he talked about the money that the government are investing, but obviously it's not enough. If somebody has to go to celebrities, to go to charities, to get money to pay bills, something is broken. The disabled are the most vulnerable in society. And unfortunately, you look at the House of Commons here, it's pretty much empty. This is talking about disabled issues. Why are there so few people there? The minister is responding to questions, but just responding. He's not answering these questions. What are you going to do? Yeah, we have something in the pipeline. This is not helping people who are struggling now. Why are they not receiving the support they need? And once again, ignore when they talk about numbers, because this is about covering for failure. Doesn't matter if you're spending £100 billion. Is it enough? It's not. Disabled people are struggling. They have much higher costs because they have to plug in equipment that able people don't have to. They have to run machines that need to be maintained. They consume a huge amount of energy. They have completely different requirements. Many people can't just switch off the heating or go to a warm bank. Maybe they're not able to move around, or they need to maintain a particular temperature throughout the day. And this comes at a huge cost. and the support from the government is a pittance. Obviously, it's not enough. And some would even go as far to say that this is by design, that the Tories are very happy to see people suffer and hopefully, in their eyes, see some people drop off the numbers that are disabled because it's less of a burden on the state or less of a burden on the taxpayer or whatever. I'm not saying all of them think that way, but it seems to be almost by design because they're not interested in actually dealing with this problem. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.